I've already been on one rant today, so I'm not going to make it two rants, but hear me say that what I'm about to cover could be a massive breakthrough for you, and I'll be honest with you, the world, in how we relate to negative news. Here we go. Saw this article, I said I got to share this with my audience. There's a new term out called doom scrolling. Doom scrolling. So my question today is, are you a doom scroller? And the answer for 9.5 out of 10 of you is probably yes. Because I am too. But there's some psychology behind this. So here's what doom scrolling is. The incessant scrolling for negative news. You just can't help yourself. You know when you get up in the morning, you should probably not put negative news in your head, but you do anyway. It's like a moth to a flame. Okay? You just cannot resist it. And people are becoming addicted to negative news. And I didn't realize why until I dug into this article. This is a local news report out of Pittsburgh, local news station. So I saw this. I said, I got to get into this. So Nicole Monteleone is the co-founder of the Counseling and Wellness Center in Pittsburgh. And she says this, and she's absolutely right. Listen to this. Why do we keep digesting negative news? We can't turn our head from the sludge report or whatever news channel you like to watch with that cryon on the bottom that just tells you negative stuff all day long. Why can't we not turn away from that? Here's why. The reason we are always looking for negative news is because we are hardwired for it on an evolutionary level. So that means at our core, it's about survival. So when we learn about big, scary things, or we get the answers, or at least some evidence, or some information that while it's really negative, we take it as, well, this is good information I need to know because this is a big, scary thing. And so I got to know how to control my environment. It is our desire for survival, folks. So this is the most primal instinct that a human has, even animals. Survival. So to get what we think we need to be able to survive, we feel like, oh, I got to know this. I got to know this. I got to know this. And I got to know this news. And so doom scrolling can lead to anxiety, depression, and fatigue. How many have some anxiety, depression, and fatigue with 2020 news? I'm all hands up in the control room. We got one lady in the lobby. I like how she's handling it. She's kind of like, yeah, I'm this, but she's still being positive about it, right? She's like, 2020 sucks, but I'm getting through it. I like that. That's a good vibe. That's actually really, really good. You know what I mean? But it's just been a tough year. It's a tough year. So what do we do? What do we do with this? We have to now that we understand why we dig it and why we want it, we've got to say, what's the response to this? Because this is vital. Here's the response. First, I want you to do a quick inventory and say, what are the types of negative news that I am most drawn to? Or what's the trigger? So let me give you some examples. Bad news or negative news about the stock market. That could be your trigger because you're really worried about your retirement fund and how that's affected. Maybe that's your trigger. Maybe your trigger is COVID. You know, you see COVID news, well, this state's spiking. Oh gosh. And maybe that's your trigger. And it really takes you to a deep, deep place of fear. That's what we're looking for when I say trigger. So I think you need to identify, well, this topic is number one trigger. Maybe this one's close, or maybe it's down here distant second. Whatever your triggers are that make you go, whoop, negative, 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 fearful, 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 I've got to identify that. And so by identifying that, say, hey, I got to stay away from that stuff. Well, Ken, come on, that's not smart. You're telling me to put my head in the sand. No, I'm just telling you to put the pillow over your head. Do you remember as kids watching a scary movie with your parents, or you thought it was scary, and here it comes, and you take the pillow and you just go, poof. And then you look at your mom and you, is that scene over yet? It was just the music scared you, I think that's what we've got to do. We got to take that pillow and we got to say, no, I'm not watching that. If the world is coming to an end, can I just break this for you? If the world is truly coming to an end, you won't necessarily need to hear about it on the news. You know? I mean, if you're walking down the street in everyday life and 1,000 people are running your way and they're going, the world is ending. Okay, there you go. Now you know. But other than that, you kind of need to live your life. And on this subject, is I'm a guy who enjoys the political scene. I used to. I don't like it now, but I used to. But can I also say, without saying anything political for a moment, there have been times in my life, I'm 46, where a person became the president of my beloved country, and I didn't agree with them. And when I was much younger, I thought, oh gosh, the world is coming to an end. And would you believe that my life didn't even get worse? Not once, for a second. And I thought that the world was coming to an end when this person got elected. This is when I was younger. I thought, the world is over. Armageddon is here. Guess what? My life got better during that time. And then it happened another time. And I thought, well, last time the world didn't end. I'm not really happy about this person getting elected. But you know what? Last time my life got better. I'm just going to kind of keep on rolling. And guess what? My life kept getting better. It had nothing to do with the dude in the White House or whoever the dudette might be eventually. Does it matter? Yeah. Does it matter as much as you think it does? No, it doesn't. And so if you're all freaked out about this election, I got news for you. You don't need to be. Can you be concerned? Can you be active? Do all the things that a good citizen does? Yeah, do it. But would you please chill out? What the world needs more of is people who go, yeah, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. It didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but America's still a great place. And you know what? I'm not going to demonize somebody on the other side of the aisle. So a lot of the negative news we're getting, coming full circle here, Joe, the negative news we're getting is designed to make us look anyway. So here's the breakthrough moment. If we said, these are our triggers, I'm not going to watch it. Step one. Step two, we start telling everybody we know. Would you believe this? I just stopped watching this and listening to this kind of stuff. I'm 2-3 weeks in, my life is actually better. I'm pretty sure that all that crap is still happening, but I'm not paying attention to it, and I feel great. Life is good. Here's what happens. More and more people, and you start sharing this, start sharing it. Hey, you do realize that the more of this stuff you watch that is designed to make you watch it and designed to trigger you so they can sell ads. By the way, both sides of the aisle. I'm going to be an equal opportunity offender. Fox News and CNN, they're all in the same racket. They need you to watch. And so what do? They inflame you. Both of them. I'm equal opportunity offending right now, so I don't want any emails because I made it really clear. Left, right, D's, R's, Fox, CNN, I don't care. They're all doing one thing. They are trying to get your attention, and it's working. And they are manipulating you in the sense of they know that the most negative news or scary news that they can give to their particular viewing audience is good for them. I don't think they're bad people. I'm not demonizing the media. I go on all those networks. May not anymore, but hey. The point is that if we as a consumer of media started saying, I need to do what's right for me and not be a doom scroller and realize that I am actually choosing to eat something with my eyes and my ears. It's an appetite. I'm choosing to eat something that's horrible for me. Creates anxiety, creates depression, and emotional and mental fatigue. Stop watching it. See what happens. Try it for 3 weeks. Just try it. And spread the word. And I think if we, the American people, and quite frankly around the globe, just said, you know what? This isn't good for me. Guess what would happen? Those people need your eyes and ears. So they'd start putting out some positive stories that, by the way, are out there. Positive stories. Now, is there negative stuff going on? Yes. Will there always be? Yes. But constantly consuming it is not helping our world heal. It's not helping anything. and it's certainly not helping you. So it's really important. When I saw this article, I said, I got to share this because this is, I know this is not career related, but this is soul related. And if you just are constantly consuming fearful, scary, negative stuff, you're not going to ever want to come out of the cave. And the world doesn't get better if you aren't who you are supposed to be, the best version of you. So instead of consuming a bunch of junk, why don't you spread some smiles? Why don't you spread some hugs? Yes, I said hugs. Because I'm still a hugger. Madison's not, but that's her own deep-seated issue that has nothing to do with COVID. You know? But let's spread some love, shall we? It's far more contagious. It's not as profitable. Fear, fear is profitable. Fear is profitable. One final example while I'm preaching today, Joe. I want you to watch TV tonight. I don't watch much TV, but you football fans, I'm a big football fan. I want you to just do a little exercise. Next time you're watching network television or something, I want you to pay attention to the commercials that play while you're watching. And healthcare is the biggest one, subscription medicine. I want you to pay attention. These people are shaking their heads in the lobby. They know what I'm about to say. They start off with all the things that are bad with you. Do you have dry mouth, indigestion, not sleep well? I mean, basically they say everything that covers every person. But what happens? I'm sitting there and I'm just as susceptible, but I'm becoming more aware of it. And so I'm sitting there, Joe, and they start running through the list of all the things that the symptoms. And I start going, oh man, check. Yeah, well, last night I had some spicy Mexican and, then check. You start going through the list and all the things that are wrong with you. And then they go, good news. This little pill here, it'll take care of all that. They have scared you into buying a pill. By the way, while they're doing that, they run through the list of all the symptoms you might have really slowly and clearly and loudly. But at the end of the commercial, when they tell you all the things that could be wrong, it's like this. The side effects could be... And you're like, well, I didn't catch the first 17. Why is that? Am I right? I'm just telling you, folks, wake up. Boom, 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 boom. And you're like, that's what's wrong with you. And then, but if you take this pill that's going to solve the things I just scared the you-know-what out of you to take, all these things could happen to you as well. But we're going to rush right through those. I'm telling you something right now. This is the manipulation. This is why I talk about mindset all the time. We got to wake up, folks. We have the power. You know why? Because we're the consumers. These things right here and these things right here is what they are selling you on. They need your ears and they need your eyes. If you wake up and say, no more of my eyes and ears on this crap, they'll start changing their habits. I promise you. But we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it.